What's up guys, my name is Tim and I've been fixing BMWs for over a decade now, but today we have 2023 Porsche Macan S and we're gonna do a rear brake job. So basically, since I fix BMWs, that's my daily job, I went ahead and checked it out, and ATE makes calipers for those cars, and this Macan as well as 2015 till 2024, they all use, I'm pretty sure, the same system. It's electronic parking brake, and it's exactly the same as in some BMWs. It's exactly the same caliper, exactly the same system. So the benefit of this video is you can save a lot of money, and I'll show you how to do this job without any special tools, any scanners, nothing at all. How to disengage the electronic parking brake with just Torx 30 and Torx 45 and just be done with it. And when you're done, re-engage everything and save a ton of money, probably $1,000 or $1,500 just for brake pads replacement if you go to the dealer. Because the brake pads right here, it's about $100 plus sensors, like $20 each, so it's like $150, let's say, parts. And the rotors are still fine. The car is relatively new. It's like 2023, 26,000 miles. So without further ado, let's get to it. So here's how this video is gonna go. First of all, I'm going to give you the list of tools you need to complete the job. Once again, without any special scanners and tools. Like, of course, I have my special scan tools. I can engage the service mode for the parking brake and service it, but if you don't have it, doesn't mean you have to go to the dealer to do this job. So list of tools first. Secondly, I'll show you exactly step by step how to do it. So let's get to it. First of all, loosen your bolts. Those are 17mm on your wheels, and here's the jacking point. There is a rubber pad in there. This is I do one side at a time, so we'll lift it up and take the wheel off. First of all, we're going to disconnect the electrical connectors for brake pad wear sensor that goes in here and the parking brake. So basically, it's a squish and release, like just like that. And this one, you see this bump right here, so you push it, you twist it, and you take it out. The sensor is out, and now we can remove this rubber. There we go. Now, and this one is the same way. So this is the parking brake actuator. It's a bit tight, so I have my pick tool. Basically, we put the pick tool right here, release, and take it out. Nice and easy. And now we do have, there's two bolts, Torx 30, one right here, that is for the actuator. And the other one is on the other side. Let me see if I can show you guys. Yep, the other one is right there. That's the other one. They're a bit tricky to remove, like there's not much room, but it's very doable. All I'm gonna use is Torx 30, as I said, and just this extension and the range. All right guys, so this is the setup. This is the location of everything you need to do. It's a 3-inch extension, Torx 30, and a wrench. And take your time. This bolt is, it's not too long, but it's not gonna be easy to turn by hands until the very end pretty much. So just take your time and take it out. First bolt is out. There it is. The second one is easy. It's right here. Now we have bolts out. All you gotta do, just pull it out. There it is. That's your parking brake actuator. Now, very important. This is a Torx 45. We put it right here in the center, where the parking brake actuator was. And we rotate it, in this case, counterclockwise. Nope. See, rotate counterclockwise, it's just, use just your hands. And it extends the parking brake all the way here. So, rotating clockwise goes easy. See, I use nothing but my hands. Once it stops, nothing else necessary. Don't use the range. Don't try to force it for more. It's like once the rotation stops, that means the parking brake is fully disengaged basically, and we can compress the piston back in its place. All right, there it is. So now it's stopped, and now look, I can take the caliper and compress it. Let's see if we can use the, we can use the old pad and the screwdriver. Take a look. All the way out. And now we're gonna take those 13mm bolts out while holding those. Those are, I believe, 17mm, but I use just pliers like this. There we go. Loosen it first. Get the pliers in. And the bottom. And this is it. We still need to push this piston a little bit in. All right. You can use just a regular C-clamp, but yeah, I can compress it by hands. All the way in. The seal is fine, nothing happens to it at this mileage. All right. Let the caliper rest. Now, the rest is simple. Take the pads out. There we go. There we go. And the hardware. The new pads will come with new hardware. Nice and simple. Now we can clean that up and install the new stuff. Now, installing the hardware. Just pay attention. It goes just like that. And you can push it either side towards yourself or towards the rotor and just press down. There you go. And the other one goes just like that. There you go. Now the pads, important. One pad is designed for the sensor and the other one is not. The outside pad is the one without the sensor. The installation is exactly the same on both of them. So I put the bottom first, then you twist it like this, press on the hardware. It's like basically you need to press it in here and push it in. The other side is exactly the same. So I'm gonna install it first. So now the pads are installed. Now is a good time to install your actuator back. All it takes, you might need to rotate it a little bit. There we go. And put the bolts in. Now it's easier, of course, since it's out. And that's why we're doing it. Let me align the holes. If you noticed, I didn't wind back the Torx 45 because it's absolutely not necessary. We're going to engage the parking brake and it will readjust itself. Now we can install the caliper back, but before we do, put the sensor back. Unfortunately, I was misled. I thought the brake pads would come with 2 sensors, but it came with 1. So I installed it on the other side. This one is worn out, but I'll have to replace it later on. This is just for educational purposes. We're gonna put it on so you guys know how to. All right, the new pads come with some new bolts, but this one is not coming, so I'm gonna reinstall this one. Looking weird bolt. Don't forget your bracket holder and the new bolt for the bottom. Same way, 13 millimeter. Use the pliers to hold it. That's done. That's done. Now we're gonna just route the sensor. Once again, I'll have to redo it, doing it just for you guys, and plug back everything else. Let's plug in first the actuator. Now the sensor. I'd say you can go this way. And twist and lock. That's it. Reinstall the wheel and we're done. Now before you run off and start driving like a maniac because you have new brakes and you saved yourself like $1,500 to $2,000, all you need to do with electric parking brake is engage it and re-engage it basically. So I'll turn the ignition on, I'll step on the brakes and engage the parking brake until it stops. Takes longer than usual. Now there we go. And then disengage it and then engage it again. Now it works normally. Disengage. And the pump the brakes. In case of electronic parking brake, you don't need to pump the brakes really. I would give it a couple pushes anyways, but that's pretty much it. This is it guys. I hope this video was helpful and I gave you enough confidence to do this job on your own. As proven, no special tools needed and you can save yourself at least hundreds of dollars by doing this job yourself. So thank you guys for watching and stay tuned for the next one.